Hi everybody. This video is going to pick up at the end of the presentation and walk you through section 125 and setting up the enrollment. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you where we left off on the last video at the presentation. So the last slide, you're talking to the business owner. This is how it works. We will meet with each of your employees for a few minutes and offer them the accidental death policy and the health discount card on your behalf. The good thing about Liberty National is that we're able to provide coverage to your employees through a virtual enrollment platform. During that enrollment, we will ask them a few questions in order for them to tell us what coverage is needed, and then we'll offer policies to fill those needs. All that we ask from you is that for the employees that want to protect their families and pay for it 100% themselves, that you will allow them to do so through payroll deduction, so that you and the company and the employee can save on those payroll taxes. Are you willing to do that? Yes. Okay. So then we get them to get the employee list. Okay. You can continue with your script. We're going to show the DM, since they're logged on with us, we want to show them what we're talking about with our employee list. Okay, so this is an example of the employee list. Since we're going to be reaching out to your employees through our virtual enrollment platform, all I need from you is a list of your employees with their names, their hire dates, and their phone numbers. If you don't have their phone numbers, then we can use their email addresses, but phone numbers are best. Would you be able to help me with that? Provide me the employee list right now, or should I get in contact with your bookkeeper? If the decision maker says, I don't have access to that list right now, you can suggest that you type it up. Okay, no problem. Since I have you on video conference, I can go ahead and type up that employee list and send it over to you for verification. Okay, if not, if they say, no, you need to contact my bookkeeper. Okay, is your bookkeeper available that we can hop them on this phone call as well and get that to you? No, you're gonna have to call them at their house. Okay, you can continue with this paragraph, okay, that's on the script. So, business owner, we have multiple businesses in the community that need and require our benefits. In order to make sure that I can take care of you and your employees properly, can you commit to Thursday by 10 a.m. to provide me with that employee list? Okay, pick your day and your time. Okay, so then you're going to state that, okay, they agreed, they're going to get you that employee list. Perfect. Hopefully you can get it while you're on the phone call. That's what you should do if you're able to. Now, the next thing is that we are going to ask you to make some contact with your employees first, okay? So business owner, on your screen, you'll see an employee announcement letter that other businesses have used to communicate our virtual enrollment process. Okay, I understand that all of your employees are working from home and I can still enroll your employees. With your help, I need you to send an email to your employees that I will be reaching out to them so that they can get their no-cost benefits. Okay, I'm going to send this over to you, and this is our template. You're going to add your company letterhead, and at the bottom, you're going to want to include my agent information. I'm going to include that for you so that they recognize that phone number and that email address, that name, whenever I first reach out to them. You could also send a text message if you have a smaller group of staff. But this just talks about how we're going to be reaching out to them in private as opposed to our normal process, which would be sitting down to them next to them and then having them walk through it with us in person. So business owner, would you mind sending this announcement letter to all of your employees via email to let them know that I will be reaching out to them? Perfect. And are you planning on sending that with their paycheck in a paper form, or are they going to have an email version, or are you going to text? Okay, if you're going to send an email, would you please copy me so that your employees also have a way to contact me? They can just reply back. Perfect. Okay, you might also consider having a virtual group employee presentation. You can use the Zoom account for that. That way that they can log in and really see your face. Again, that time spent with you face to face is going to increase your trust and likability. All right, so then we're going to go through the section 125. So let's see if I can get this to zoom out. Sorry about that. There we go. All right, lastly, business owner, in order to get your company qualified to receive our benefits, I will need to get some additional information, okay? Now, let's see. I want to go to our DocuSign. Hang on one second. Okay, so we're pulling up DocHub to do our editable section 125. So if you forgot, DocHub.com, and then you're going to log in with liberty.difilippo@gmail.com. The password is capital LIBNAT $1. On the dashboard, you already have your paperwork here. I've got my editable section 125. That's the one that I need to work on. I'm going to right click, make a copy. Then you're going to change this name, okay? You're going to want to change it to your business name, ABC Roofing. And you can delete all the rest of this back here. And then you're going to create a copy. It's going to automatically open it for us. All right, perfect. So now, decision maker. Let's see. Lastly, decision maker, in order to get your company qualified to receive our benefits, I will need to get some additional information. I'm going to be sending you a link so that you can help me sign these. But the first one I'm going to send to you, we're going to review, is our employee engagement process. Now, if your person is sharing a screen, you can just share this employee engagement process and have them sign it, just like we practiced with the DocHub video, okay? What is your email address? You can send it over to the decision maker so he can read along if he's not sharing your screen, okay? Now, this one says, the most important part of a successful benefit enrollment is 100% participation by all employees. This benefits you in 3 ways. Can you please initial once we've discussed these, okay? So the more employees that participate in the plan by purchasing pre-tax products, the greater your tax savings as an employer. This works by reducing the amount of taxable payroll on which you pay Federal Income Contribution Act tax and the Federal Unemployment Tax Act, okay? The second one is employee goodwill. As discussed, we will provide an accidental death policy to all eligible employees with no cost to them for the first policy year. We will also provide a health savings discount card to all eligible employees at no cost. We will make sure your employees know that these benefits are made available on your behalf. And then the last one is our compliance. So our goal is to make sure that your plan stays in compliance with the IRS Section 125 guidelines. Your plan stays in compliance when you ensure that all of your employees have an opportunity to participate in the benefits. If you're agreeable to those 3 things, or if you want to say, you know, if you acknowledge these 3 things that we've discussed, I'm going to send you a link so that you can sign your initials. I'm going to go to this button that says sign, create your signature. We're going to text them a link, send it over. Once you've received that text, it will look like a hyperlink. So click on that. It's going to take you to a screen that says, please rotate your phone and sign your name with your finger. So I'm going to draw my name. And then once I've done that, I'm going to hit the blue button that says next. Then I'm going to draw my initials. And again, I'm going to hit save and finish, that blue button. And it says your signatures have been saved. Now, they have been sent automatically to you. All right, text is sent here. Okay. Now I need to go up here and I need to refresh my screen. So I'm going to pick on the refresh button up here in the web browser. I'm back where I started, but whenever I click on sign, my signatures and my initials are there. Okay. So I can grab the initials and then I'm going to click where I want them to drop. If I need to make them bigger, you can drag the arrow. If you need to move it, you can click on the 9 buttons, the 9 circles. And then if you don't want that one, oops, so that's not the right initials, you can delete it. Okay, do it again for all 3 spots. 1, 2, and 3. You can still type in here so that you can complete your paperwork. Enrollment date is going to be week of April 16th. I'm going to start calling people after 3:30 p.m. My person of contact is going to be Bob Ross. And then Betsy Ross is going to be getting the deductions. This is going to be a virtual enrollment. Okay, so Bob, I have you down that you're going to be staying in compliance. You already sent me that employee list, or you said you're going to give it to me by Thursday at 10 a.m. There is going to be a phone call that we're going to have from our home office. It's an 866 number. They are going to call to verify that you are a true business and that you are still operating during the COVID virus. And if you would please answer that phone call. Otherwise, we can't get your employees set up with those 2 no-cost benefits. The last 3 you don't need to worry about, since I'm going to be calling them in their home. They are going to have a private location where they can discuss their HIPAA-sensitive health questions. This application is for our group term life. What that says is that you will allow us to offer it to all of your eligible staff. That would include your current employees, your retired employees, your former employees, anyone that is in the management of the business, and their dependents. So the holder is your company. And if you are agreeable to the group term application, yes, I am. Perfect. I'm going to drop your signature right here that you already gave to me. And drag it. And then I'm going to add a signature. Okay, and then I'm going to do mine. And then type in the date. And just one last one. This last page is our payroll deduction agreement. What this states is that the employer assumes no responsibility after the termination of employment of any insured employee, or after an employee stops payroll deduction by providing appropriate notice. If you will please sign where it says signature of employee. Yes, I will. Here's your signature. Drop it here. Perfect. Thank you so much for that information. I look forward to working with you and your employees. I will be in communication with you throughout the week to let you know how it's going, okay? You're going to want to double check that you have checked when they're billing information, how often are we taking premiums, okay, so that you can set it up with your franchise. You're also going to want to make sure to remind them about the home office call. And you can, here's a list of any kind of rebuttals. Let me switch the screen. Okay, so on your script, it's going to talk you through the employee engagement process. It's going to talk you through the payroll deduction page and then the group term life page. Don't forget to check about your paycheck frequency and then your rebuttals. Okay, you do want to remind them to contact or copy you on any contact that they have with their employees, such as the email or the text communication that they're going to have, because that's the only way you're going to get their information and that they're going to know that you're calling. It is extremely important for you to make that contact after the DM makes their first contact. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks so much.